Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob, we'll be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are in the middle of our Lotus Breach Gauntlet, the deck that is all the rage after Players Tour Phoenix, and so far it is passing with flying colors. You know?
I just love it. It's so good.
Good disruptive draws from the opponent have been able to win, but the bar is really high. Anything less than their best or like top, 15, 20% draw has not been able to win a game. You've won both of the first two matches in 3 games against 2 other top decks, Advanced Spirits and Sultai Delirium.
Yep.
And now we have the biggest test of all, because this is Dimir Inverter, the breakout deck from the week before, the winning deck from Phoenix. Beating this matchup in the finals.
This was the finals match.
Yes.
Exactly this.
I'm playing Corey Burkhart's winning list. You're on.
And did you watch the finals at all?
I did not.
It was an embarrassment. It was like Huey did nothing. He mulliganed to oblivion. It was like he didn't play a second land drop. Game 1. Game 2 was a similar story. It was like not close.
Okay, well, let's hope that continues.
I mean, the deck has a huge fail rate, which is something we haven't seen. There's plenty of draws where you have to mulligan to oblivion. You need a specific amount of things. And, that is one thing we haven't seen so far. I've had that one game where I just drew nothing. I lost because of it, where I think I was in a good spot. Where I had like
a bunch of mana.
I had 4 Lotus fields. If I drew anything, you did strip my phase, so that was less draws. But the deck has a fail rate that we haven't seen. That's what I want to pressure.
Well, so let's get into it. I'm going to be on the play once again. We've already wrapped up the marbles. This hand has 3 fatal pushes in it.
We were starting off really strong with our game 1 hands being absolutely unplayable. So
it's rough for the non-breach decks because they all have a bunch of creature removal in them that are just completely dead. And you need to mulligan aggressively to have your good cards. I need my Thought Seizers and Thought Erasures and maybe hopefully a turn 5 combo. That's the ideal.
It is. But then, there's those turns where you tap out for Inverter. It's like, okay, let's go, and so it's interesting either way. You got a question, Rob?
I don't at the moment, but given that you're talking about not seeing this fail rate, so you're saying we would have seen the fail rate had Ross been playing it all day.
Probably. Yeah, absolutely.
Just your luck is just carrying it.
Oh, yeah. People are buying this deck as we speak, watching that right now. But if Ross was playing, you would have mulled to 4, and people are like, I'm never buying this breach deck ever,
Speaking of mulliganing to 4.
You want to just skip 5, save some time?
Can I keep this?
I mean, you can. It is within the rules.
Nice. Get him. I'll be keeping mine.
Oh, man. It has combo pieces. It has some disruption. I just need to draw lands. It's a risky keep, but I think I need to do it.
I have lands, but I don't have the other stuff, so we're going to bottom this land.
Okay, Fable Passage, go.
Are you going to crack that? Oh, dangerous. All right, that was a bad draw. We're going to go with the Temple, try to find some gas. Botanical Sanctum.
You gotta, wait, before you shuffle, you got to show the top card. Oh, you ruined it now.
I think it was, well, I don't know if I changed the top card with that one side shuffle, but.
Let's get real. It was a land until he shuffled, and then it was. Wait, I confused myself.
How'd you describe that Temple?
I put it on the bottom. It was a Botanical Sanctum, which I didn't need. So I shipped it.
Smart.
Our hand is quite medium at best, though, so don't expect too much here.
My hand is either going to be excellent or completely unplayable.
Okay. You kept the old one-liner?
You'll kill running perfects here.
That is the perfects.
All right. You needed it.
Swamp, go.
Okay. All right, that's a good draw. Now we are just going to... So it's interesting whether or not to... Rob, if you can take a look at my hand real quick. It's interesting which one of these to play, because I am going to want some colored lands later. And Blast Zone is quite bad, so I'm happy to not have that utility available to me in this matchup. We'll go with a strategic planning.
Okay, I am going to censor that.
Okay. Pass to you. That's something I was okay happening. I mean, it is not ideal, but...
I will cycle a censor.
Okay.
I will Thought Seize you.
Okay. I think I know which one you're going to take.
I will select Dig Through Time.
Okay.
It's got to be Dig, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I can dig pretty fast. I'm sacking 2 lands.
Oh, yeah. So if I take the strings, that's 2 cards.
I'd get to dig in 2 turns.
You would get to dig in 2 turns. So definitely take the dig.
That's one change that I think I'm going to make from Huey's list if I decide to play this moving forward is add a second dig. Dig was always really good for me. Okay. We'll just sacrifice these and pass to you.
Okay, that one's solid. I'm going to crack it now.
Okay.
I will
Interesting.
get an island, and I will thought erasure you.
Okay. We drew the pretty good card. Another Thespian stage is just completely fine to be doing that for next turn. Go from 3 to 6 mana.
Yep.
And recognize why Ross sacked that first, because if you surveil, let's say you keep a good one on top. You don't want that one?
No.
That grazer off the top. Could have gotten that, right?
Yeah. We're just going to play this and say go.
Shock and inverter.
All right, it's time, huh? All right. Done?
Yep.
We're going to Lotus Field here. Don't think we're
I'm at
going to
16.
win this one. 3 green. Wayfinder.
Sure.
Oh, that's actually probably the best possible. All right. Use that green and have 2 blue floating now.
Yep.
Can I win with any? I think don't think I can win this turn no matter what the draw. So maybe we don't even do this. I think we just empty our mana pool, scry, and hope we don't die. Put this on bottom, pass to you. Oops. Still got a lot of cards there, so this might not be an easy win this turn. How many you got?
I have 6.
Okay.
So I could try to find a discard spell for the 1 card in Corey's hand. I have 2 discard spells in my deck and another sensor that I can cycle through. Oh, yeah, I know it's a thicket. Okay, so the discard spells are bad.
And that's why I didn't cycle now, to make sure your discard was dead.
So if that's the case, then I'm just going to play Jason, show you the win next turn.
Okay.
So I'll mill myself, draw this one.
And that sucks to have Jace, because if I were to draw Fae, I can just Tome Scour you and win the game. But with Jace, you just get to actually win. So.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right. Cycle. Who? Untap. Who? Okay. 3 blue. Strategic planning.
Yep.
That's got to be game.
One cycle, one.
Yeah.
Would you get like Stirring's Breach?
I have it all. I have it all. Now I think we just get Breach here because that gets everything else. So red, red, red. So we're gonna float 1 red. Play the Breach. Now with the blue and red, we are going to Hidden Strings these. 1, 2, 3. Untap. Graveyard. Now we've not played a land, but none of these lands will add mana for us. So we're gonna go with 6 blue, 4 blue. Untap. 1, 2, 3. Escape these. Use the 4. Granted. And then we get the Tome Scour, and that's game. Tome Scour with strings, and Breach is infinite. And you get the Jace. That's the joy of this deck, is it's a 1-card combo so often. I'm serious. Like, once you get late in the game, it's not a 2-card combo. It's 1 card. If you get a Fae, you get Breach, you go. You know, if you get a Breach, you go. It's just insane. Put that Tome Scour back.
I thought I was in good shape with you having literally no spells and me having the win next turn.
Why are you so mean to Ross, Corey?
I know. Hey.
That is the power, particularly against discard spells. When you have that easy combo and you cast everything from the graveyard, you insulate yourself against discards so well.
Yep.
And you really need to have counter spells, and hopefully I've got some in my sideboard.
That's where we should head.
Yes. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Versus Live. We are sideboarding in our match between Dimir Inverter and Breach.
Teamer
Lotus
Yawgmoth
Breach.
will.
Yeah. Lotus Breach. I'm doing the same thing I've been doing all day. I'm sideboarding out all this removal that's really bad. I'm siding in, counter spells, and now I finally have what is the single best piece of hate.
Yes.
So we're going to hopefully see what you can do against Damping Sphere, which is not a whole lot.
Nope, not much.
This
not
one
much.
shuts down the combo elements because you need to generate mana with field. It shuts down the ramp elements because it turns field into the worst land ever. And so it's definitely the single best piece of hate. You're going to be forced to bring in your disenchant effects, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep, exactly. So, I mean, it's a very interesting thing here, and I want to point this out. If we had perfect information and we had open deck lists like you have it, like Players Tour, stuff like that, I'd be taking out that expansion explosion because you don't have Unmoored Ego. But I'm kind of siding on the fact that, you know what, most tournaments, especially all of them on the SCG Tour, you don't know the exact list, I mean, we give it away on BCW, but but you don't know the exact list. So with that being the case, I would leave it in just in case, because if you ego me, the game's over. And then I don't know if you're going to have Dampening Spheres or Leyline, so I'm leaving one of each of these in the board to Granted for, but both kill Dampening Sphere. Only this deals with Leyline. We're bringing in the one Thought Distortion because this is something I almost never Granted for. The Granted target for me to either win the game on the spot is either Lost Legacy to get your inverters, if that were to be the case, or Granted for Tome Scour, mill your last few cards and get you. I've cheesed out this matchup so many times. And then Dispute's just great. We're not doing any blocking with Satyr Wayfinder, so I like to take that out. And a couple Grazers against the Thoughtseize deck. Like you said, it's not all about speed, even though we are playing a combo mirror.
Yeah.
If we were playing a combo mirror in the form of Breach against Breach, you keep all these in, because this is a time walk. It's the green time walk or the green mulligan, depending on when you draw it.
When you draw it and what the matchup is.
Exactly,
if you have
exactly, yep. All right. I just want to hate with Thought Distortion so bad.
Let's go. It doesn't take any combo pieces. I guess it takes Jace.
Yeah.
What's his face?
That's true. Jace, what's his face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like 12 of them now.
Yeah.
Keep the names straight.
All right. You got any questions for us, Rob, while we shuffle up?
Yeah, overall, how do you feel about the Pioneer meta right now?
I like it. I like it. We knew it was going to condense after these Players Tours because, pros just have a way of being buzzkills and running out some of the lovely decks that we had a blast with, like Niv Mizzet and Chunky Red. Those just don't compete anymore. Yep. The format got better. It got leaner. These combo decks are really efficient, and those kind of decks just can't exist. So we kind of trimmed the fat in that regard. But now it's pretty healthy. There's a lot of decks that are viable. We'll see how good this is. This might wreck a format, but, like I said, who knows?
Yeah. The big question is how much are people going to react to the Breach deck? How successful will they be in that reaction?
Yeah.
And we'll see how things evolve from there. But right now, we've got a combo deck. We've got a sort of control combo deck in Inverter. We have a mid-range deck in Salted Delirium. There's an aggressive deck, at least in Banned Spirits.
Control deck and Blue-White Control.
A couple other aggro decks around in like the fringe of the metagame. And the gameplay is fun. Like this Inverter deck especially plays a lot of cool games.
Yeah.
The Lotus Field deck is fun to play against and play with because it does a lot of different things. It's not just doing the exact same thing every single game and trying to abrupt decay your Rest in Peace. It's sidestepping it and doing different stuff. So I think the gameplay is fun. And so far, the format is healthy. That might change if the Inverter deck proves to be too good, and then we'll, react to it then.
So my question for you is, what's your favorite format right now out of all three? Standard, Modern, Pioneer?
Oh, Pioneer by a lot.
Same. I mean, it used to be Standard, but Standard is getting slightly stale now that everyone's just playing Blue-White Control and Team Iraq, but...
Yeah.
Also, Corey... Before we end the stream today, I just want to make sure I reminded you of this. It is Damping Sphere, not Dampening Sphere.
It's damping?
Yes. So chat kept bringing that up, but I kind of wanted to troll them by letting you mispronounce it.
Nice. Thanks, chat. You know what? It's the first time I've ever misset a card. First time. There's a first time for anything, I hope, chat, that you can accept me for who I am and just know that I'm going to say so many cards wrong. You had to have been nerfed by Brad being on Versus Live for so long. It's just, we're both bad at it.
Then he was gone for a little while. They got used to just me and Todd
knowing the cards. Yeah. I mean, hey, that's why I need you. We're yin to yang, man. I don't know what any of these cards are.
I was also Rob. I was just going to let you go.
Oh, okay.
I was going to tell you after the show.
Thanks.
If I felt like it.
I like that.
I'm
so you keep it?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep two. Mine is risky, but we are going to keep. All right. Scry. Don't want that. Pass to you.
I will cycle this sensor.
Okay.
I will play Choked Estuary, Revealing Watery Grave.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right, we're going to untap. We're going to draw. I'd like to move to my end step.
That's fine.
Go. We kept a risky one. A scry land with a Lotus Field.
We'll play Choked Estuary, Revealing Watery Grave, and pass the turn.
Okay, smart, smart. Untap, draw. Move to discard.
Yep.
I'm
just not going to play any cards until Corey plays a land and does something.
Yeah, smart.
Just going to let him draw a discard. I have land drops to make.
Smart. I guess we just get rid of this. Maybe we want that. Let's get rid of this, surprisingly.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Move to discard.
I'll cycle the Sensor in your instant.
Okay.
You're good.
Remember that fail rate I was talking about? Well, this is it. I still stand by the keep, a scry with this, and I had the Lotus Field. It's reasonable, but there's a fail rate.
Opt.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, once out of 8 games so far. Like,
I'll take it. If it was Ross, it'd be inverted on
top.
that. Okay.
Thoughts ease you.
Okay.
I will take the Mystical Dispute
Okay.
and pass the turn.
All right. We need it. Had it. 18. Is it too late? Probably. Strategic planning.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Now we got lands. Don't really need those.
I guess I'm at 18.
Yeah. I think we'll take this Sylvan nothing. Go. We might just be dead. Not quite.
Urborg, Inverter.
Okay.
Can't win just now because I have too many cards in my deck. We'll get to shuffling those, but I also have Damping Sphere. Pass the turn.
I don't think I'm going to win.
Yeah. I think I could just attack you to deck with a death with Inverter. But
Okay. Well, how many cards you got in your library?
4.
Okay. Go.
Cycle Sensor.
Okay.
Cycle Sensor.
Okay.
Opt.
Okay.
Thought sees you.
Are you paying extra for this? Have you been paying extra for this?
Oh, I haven't. Let's not thought sees you. Well, I have to. Ugh, God. Just trying to get this game over quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually can't opt then. I already know my deck.
So you killed yourself, essentially.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get it over. Okay.
Okay.
So
I mean,
let's just.
the opt only costs 1, right? Because you've only
The opt
cycled.
costs 1.
Yeah, but then
Now everything else costs more.
Yeah, but I risk losing by not waiting.
Okay.
So we have to leave that there.
Okay.
Just trying to do this quickly.
Yeah, you're good.
Attack you to 14.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Corey's at 12, right? Then you shocked for the.
I'm at 12.
shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at 12.
End step. Going to dig. Do I want to leave open for sensor? Probably. I will dig.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably can't do anything here. We'll take these cards, bottom this, untap.
Yep.
All right. Well, this Lotus Field does not do anything. So I'm going to strategic planning.
Sure.
All right, I die.
Okay.
As long as you got the Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oracle Dotsies, just Knew the game was over. Wanted it to be over so we can fit in this third game.
Yep. Almost in a tournament, you may have lost that.
Well,
You
in a tournament, I would have taken my time.
Yeah.
And we would have been fine. But
Wait, are you saying you play better at a tournament than when we're under the lights? So I have to agree with you.
you'd be surprised. Or you might be surprised. But
Yeah.
having to talk over everything and do other stuff means that you're not as concentrated on playing actual
Believe
Magic.
it or not, you're right. All right, so we're going to be going to game 3 here. I'm going to be on the play. See if we can get the clean sweep. Or
Yeah,
see if breach can be broken.
So far, it's literally been lose game 1, win game 2, lose game 3.
Yeah. Let's hope that's the same now. Do you got one question at all while we shuffle up, Rob?
Yeah, do you think that dig through time is like the next on the chopping block if they go for a ban?
I would say it is next in line, but I don't think it's warranted yet. But I do think it's next.
It's just not it's a one of in the breach deck, and the breach deck is the only thing that I think is meriting a ban. So I don't understand this dig through time nonsense.
It's 2019. Everyone is just fearing for the.
Do you think Inverter is too good? It wins like 53% of his matches. It's good. Yeah. It's one of the best decks, but it's not too good, and it's a fun deck.
I do too. I agree. I'm with you.
Just let people play their dig through times.
I'm with you, buddy. Hey, I'm going to keep this hand.
That's lucky.
I know.
I will keep my hand.
All right, I'm going to go to 18. I'm going to graze. I'm going to scry. I think I don't want that.
Also, chat would like me to remind you that it's 2020, Corey.
I know, but I'm saying 2019, everyone was so scared. Everything was so ban-worthy. All right, we're going to bottom this. Yeah, your turn.
Okay, Island go.
Okay. I will go with a. This is interesting. I actually regret not bottoming that last card. We're gonna go with a. Sylvan Scrying. All right. Yeah, I think I made a mistake by bottoming this card, but we're gonna go for this. Your turn.
Swamp Damping Sphere.
Yep, and that's why I regretted it. I could have at least had colored mana, but now we gotta kind of get lucky. I think I put myself in a bad spot. Just kidding.
Never didn't have it.
All right, let's unravel that. To the bottom. Get in there.
Cards in hand now?
3. Just gotta do it right away. I mean, that card is just... It's too good. It's too good.
Okay. Pass the turn.
Okay. Reveal it. A pretty good tool as well. 3 blue. Strategic planning.
I will dispute that.
Okay. Can't pay for that. Scry. Don't want that. Do I want that? Nah. Okay, pass to you.
Corey's pretty low in resources, and my hand incentivizes trading, so I'm happy to dispute there. That was the worst draw possible, and I will pass the turn.
All right. I
think my last 3 draws were the worst draws possible.
Love it. All right, let's go with... I think I just have to go for this on a 1-for-1 basis, even though I don't love it. Granted.
Resolves.
Yay! Yay! Now, what do we have? Not much, but we just got to start trying to rebuild. Now, what do I want? I think maybe just breach here. Yeah, we'll just get breach and pass to you.
That was also unfortunate.
They're aboard.
And I still can't do anything.
All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll try to do some things. Um, 4 blue. Hidden strings, target these two. Yep, down to 2 blue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 1 blue. Actually, so we'll stay at floating 1 blue. Wait, that's what we were at, right? My strings. So it's floating 2. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm at, right?
You start with 5, you get 2 from the strings, that puts you to 7.
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where we're at. We're going to go with red. Underworld Breach? Sure. 1, another blue, so 2 floating. Hidden strings here. Yep. We might have went a little early here, but we're gonna try to live life. 6, 7. Okay. 6 blue, down to 1 blue. Pour over the pages.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Discard this. That might have wrapped it up. 3 blue. Cycle, so net 1 blue. Draw. 4, go to 6 blue. Down to 1 blue. Pour over the pages. 1, 2, 3. Discard this. Now we have 1 floating. I think this might. I mean, can we for sure win? If we can, we should go for it. But there's a chance we just don't. All right, well, yeah, let's just do this.
I'm going to let you know
Black.
that your chances of losing are very low.
I'm going to Thought Distortion you.
Okay, well, you leave me with a hand of 3 inverters. And
Those
you
are
get
all
the other
exiled.
3 uncastable cards that were in my hand.
Love it. So then this is going to die, and then I'll pass to you.
Oh, 7th uncastable card. You're up.
So now we didn't win, but we just wanted to try to...
Just extending my misery.
Yep, pretty much.
Classic Corey.
Okay, so we're going to go with 3 blue, 1 blue floating. Where's my blue? Okay. Strategic planning. We'll get Lotus Field. Let's go to the graveyard. 3 blue. Lotus Field. Strings. 1 blue. Red. Go to 1 red. Breach. 3 blue up to 4 blue, down to 2 blue. I will go to 3 blue and 1 red. Strings. I'm guessing you're F6'd.
We'll see.
Okay, untap these. 6 blue, down to 7 strings. Target these. Okay. Now we have enough mana. All right, 6 more. And then add 6, down 5, pour. 2, 3, cast port. 1, 2, 3. Discard. Go down to 4. Granted. Granted for Tome Scour.
I drew another dig.
All right. Then Tome Scour and go off. And that was the nice thing there. That happens quite often where you don't really need to just go for it. You get one of these crazy Haymaker cards and you just set it up where you have another Breach. And it's a 1-card combo the next turn. So, wild, huh?
I was going to be able to dig next turn and Thoughtseize you. Because I was going to mill myself for 4 and hope to draw a blue source, hit it, and then find Thoughtseize plus Thassa's Oracle and kill you 2 turns later.
Yep. Just not enough.
Best, but I mean, I just drew every single draw step was a complete break.
Yeah.
Except for the, I drew 1. No, I kept a 3-lander. I drew 1 reasonable card, and then just 5 breaks.
Well, honestly, this really showed the power of Breach. You know, I got to say, I'm a big fan of the deck. I knew it was quite good, but some targeted testing here against somebody who knows about the deck now too, who played well against it. It's pretty crazy how how strong it is. It reminds me a lot of Urza in Modern, where like the combo is not that fragile. You know, if you have Urza in play, you play Thopter Foundry. Doesn't matter if they have the Abrupt Decay or whatever. Like you get to go infinite in response. It reminds me a lot.
To interact with the pieces are individually good on their own. In that case, you're a little bit less so though. Like Breach can be a value card if you need it to be.
Yeah.
Granted is good by itself.
Yeah. Hidden Strings is pretty much useless.
Yeah, that's the one bad one. Yeah. But we got rid of the Chronic Flooding, so we only have the one bad one. And even sometimes then, Hidden Strings can be a ramp spell if you're on your ramp plan to get to Ugin. Yeah. So it plays well across both plans, even if it's not individually powerful. So that's good enough.
And it's a good card at getting out of dispute range and stuff. Like you play Hidden Strings first, they're just like, well, I don't want to counter that. Then they just have the combo cards in their hand. But it's like, if I don't counter it, then they have too much mana for me to counter it. So it's a rough spot. And there's like, it's almost no correct way to play against it. It's just all situational. That's what makes the deck good. It's like there's situational plays where if you counter the first spell, that's correct. But there's a lot of situations where you need to save and counter the last one,
And one of the things that's good about the Inverter deck in this matchup is I have discard spells that see your hand, but we saw that discard spells by themselves aren't really enough. I also have counter spells, and I have a pretty good clock myself because of the combo kill. I can end the game on turn 6. So you have to sometimes go for it maybe a little faster than you might otherwise want to because of the threat of the combo. And it's harder to predict that because I don't have to show any part of it to you until it's too late. Whereas an aggro deck, like I'm playing Spirits, I play 3 Spirits the first 3 turns. You have an idea of what my clock is like. Maybe I can get a Lord, or best case scenario, Coco into 2 Lords. But you can do that math, figure out like what risk you want to take. Here, it's all or nothing. I can spend my entire time disrupting you up to till turn 5. And you can say, well, I don't have a lot right now because I've been trading resources early, but if I give you too much time, I might just die on the spot.
And we saw where you ripped apart my hand game 1, 2. 2, I think. 2. And then I just drew strategic planning, and it which was lucky.
That was game 1.
That was game 1, which was lucky. I mean, you were poised to win next turn, but I had 1 draw. Strategic planning gave me 3 draws, and then Breach is just, it was not even close to lethal. Like, it was way over. I had all the tools, but honestly, this was a really fun gauntlet day that we played. Let's take one last question if you got. Thank some subs, and then we'll thank our sponsors and head out of here.
I unfortunately don't have any more questions.
Okay. That's okay, dude.
Normally that would mean you're number 1 in the queue, but we're done. So
the queue is over.
We have 2 subs from today.
Queue up for Thursday.
Elk Vicious.
Camp out in your sleeping bags.
And Beyond Sadistic for 4 months. So thank you all.
Beyond Sadistic. His name is Corey. Cool guy. Cool guy. Thanks everybody for the 2 subs.
Those 2 things normally don't go together, so
I know. It's an anomaly when it is. So all right, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget, we are brought to you by Carnox Chairs. Head over to carnox.com/SCG. Get yourself 10% off of one of these sweet chairs. We got it. We got your back here. We got it. We are also sponsored by Coalesce. Make some awesome shirts. Head over to coalesce.shop.
Coalesceapparel.shop.
Dang it. Coalesceapparel.shop.
I made the same mistake for earlier, so we're good.
Yeah, we're getting these sponsorships right. 2 months, we're going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Use the promo code SCG. You will also get yourself 10% off. That is just so much value. Also, we are brought to you by Ultimate Guard. They have katana sleeves. They are beautiful. Go pick them up yourself. I want to thank you all so much for watching. For Corey, Ross, Rob, we're out of here. We'll see you Thursday.